Hey, I'm glad you all could make it. Of course. I wouldn't miss your birthday for anything. I know I wouldn't hear the end of it if I didn't. You definitely wouldn't have. So what are we drinking? Let's start with something sweet but strong. I wouldn't recommend that. Why not? You'll be drunk after 4 drinks max. Are you trying to play me? I can hold my liquor. Let's make a bet then. Fine. Bet. I bet it will take you 4 whole drinks for each of you to get drunk. Was that supposed to be a joke? How do you know 4 will be our limit? It can be directly proven that if you drink 4 of those strong drinks then you will be wasted. Explain. According to direct proofs, P implies Q. Huh? That means if P is happening, then Q will happen too. If you're drinking 4 drinks, then you'll get drunk. Huh? Let me try using variables and numbers. Let's say there is an integer named n that is odd. If n is odd, then it equals 2 times k plus 1. K is an integer different than n. For a number to be even, it must be a multiple of 2. So, for a number to be odd, we are gonna add 1. I came here to have a good time. Why didn't you leave the work at school? Just listen for once in your life. Anyways, if the n I was just talking about was odd, then n squared is odd too. So what does that have to do with us supposedly getting drunk? N in this case represents the 4 drinks you'll have. N squared represents the 2 of you getting drunk. To prove that you guys will have 4 drinks. If you are wasted, then the proof is true. Okay, continue, but I'm still lost. You're always lost. Not you trying to start with me. Anyways, the first step of the direct proof in the case of n being odd and n squared being odd is substituting n into the formula n squared. That makes sense. Cool. So like we said before, n equals 2k plus 1 since it's odd. It never gave you teaching a course when I'm just trying to drink. Count you hush. When we substitute n into n squared and FOIL, we get 4k squared plus 4k plus 1. So how do these correlate again? Using a direct proof we can prove that if we each have 4 drinks we'll be drunk. Something we clearly don't need. Exactly. When taking n and n squared being odd further, when 2 is factored out of 4k squared plus 4 plus 1, we are left with 2 times 2k squared plus 2k in parentheses, plus 1 outside of parentheses. When substituting what's in the parentheses with r, we are left with 2r plus 1. Which takes the same form as 2k plus 1, making n squared odd. Exactly. That's cute and all, but I'm still having my drinks. Not it. You're helping her back to the dorm. Fine.